Very good morning. Welcome to UPSC channel. Today I am going to discuss some important topics, some contemporary topics for UPSC Mains exam. This topic is nothing. Name of this topic is intellectual property versus competition law, right? So thing is that before going through this topic, there is one simple request from you guys, that if you are new subscriber, please subscribe my UPSC channel. You will see that red buttons below the screen, that nothing but you need to click that red button and get subscribed, and please press the bell icon in order to get notification whenever I am going to publish new video, right? You will be first subscriber to see the right. So please spread the channel, right? Educational channel, and definitely I promise you that you are going to get more and more informative videos on the behalf of UPSC. I am going to explain GS thoroughly along with this current issues, geography, polity, economics, history and all. Full topic is going to be discussed, right? So please stay tuned. So let's go for, I have already discussed 3 issues in previous videos, and today I am going to discuss 4th issue, that nothing but what? Intellectual property versus competition law, right? Please stay tuned. Intellectual property versus competition law, that's nothing but, first of all you should know that nothing but what is intellectual property, right? It's not, this is P, it's not R, right? My mistake, I have written. So this is competition law and intellectual property right. Intellectual property right, that nothing but IPR in short. Intellectual property right, that nothing but in short we can say IPR, right? And competition law, from this diagram you can see that nothing but competition law as well as intellectual property right, both of them override itself, right? Both of them override itself. Override itself means what? Just like we can say, in somehow both of them fighting with each other. Fighting with each other means what? How they can fight with each other, that you need to understand, right? First of all, what is intellectual property right? IPR. What is intellectual property right? IPR, right? So you should know this, right? Sorry. IPR, that nothing but right given to creator. This is the right given to creator. Who are creator, right? Creator, that nothing but they whomsoever do some design prospects with respect to their innovative things, who does some creativity, right? Who is creator, and after doing some innovative things, that they are going to get incentive for their work, right? So thing is that these rights given to creator, that in the form of intellectual property rights by our Constitution of India, by our what? Constitution of India gives what? Intellectual property right to whom? To creator, to, and after that they are getting what? Incentive also, right? In order to that whatever innovative things, creativity things, and whatever they do, that they are going to get what? They are going to get incentive for that, right? Going in depth of this intellectual property right, that you need to understand that nothing but IPR provides, intellectual property right provides that creator, that nothing but they must be that patient also. They must be what? There must be what? Trademark. There must be copyright, right? Just like that, if you are going to publish some information of other persons, right, publicly, that nothing but that people used to say this is copyright product, right? So you are not supposed to copy those details without taking their proper prior permissions from that person, right? Next, intellectual property right discuss regarding that nothing but drug composition, business module, that nothing but product software, and so on, that it gives on, right? Next thing comes that nothing but competition law. First of all, what is competition law? Competition law deals with that nothing but competition law, that nothing but removes market barrier, removes market barrier. Competition law word itself illustrates that nothing but what? Competition law. There is some law given in Constitution of India with respect to that you can compete with each other. You can compete with each other. And why competition law came into picture? In order to remove that what? Market barrier. In order to remove market barrier. That nothing but every citizen of India, whomsoever doing some creator jobs and all, they are free to compete with each other, right? Other competitors, right? So it's directly goes toward benefit consumer, directly goes to benefit of consumer, right? So benefit of consumer, that's why I put a tick mark here, right? So even it encourages the competition of goods, supplier, services and technology, right? Whatever innovative things happens with respect to technology things, services, whatever people are providing, whomsoever supplying goods, and they must be encouraged in order to compete with each other competitor, right? So this competition law provides that nothing but encouragement of competitions of goods, supplier, services and technology, right? Next, competitive environment. It generates competitive environment among creators, right? Even that you can remember that nothing but first barriers being removed, even consumer getting benefited, and even that they are providing that nothing encouragement for competitions. They are providing competitive environment, and even in Constitution that nothing but Competition Act 2002 came into picture. Competition Act 2002 came into picture, which later being amended in 2007. Right, in 2007 that nothing but Competition Act 2002 is being amended. Definitely amendment comes in constitutions. How amendment comes into constitution, right? Simply comes in mind how amendment comes to picture, that whatever in that economics, that your economics, polity and all, you are going to understand. First of all, any bill is passed in Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and later that bill is passed. When bill is passed, it becomes act, right? Just like GST bill is passed and became GST Act. Similarly, that competition bill is passed in 2002, it became Competition Act. But later, after discussion in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, that nothing but this Competition Act being what? Amended in 2007. Amended in 2007, right? Competition law promotes and sustain competition. Competition law promotes and sustain competition by what? CCI. Competition law encourages what? Promotes and sustain competition. Competition must be sustained for longer period of time, right? So if creator is doing some more innovative thing, they are competitor of other competitors. So thing is that what? Their creativity, innovativity and all must be compete with others, and their creativity, innovative ideas must be sustained for longer period of time, right? Who is giving this right? That nothing but Competition Commission of India, CCI. Competition Commission of India. The Competition Commission of India gives us right to what? Compete with other competitor, right? This is very, very important. CCI, right? In short, CCI. If you are going to write CCI whenever you are going to discuss some intellectual property right or competition law in UPSC Mains exam, then automatically first you write short form in bracket. One time you write complete, and later CCI you can repeat in the paper, right? Next, it promotes the protect consumer interest, right? Definitely consumer interest must be protected, right? By these all things given in competition law, right? That's why it's very, very important for us, competition law, right? Very, very important. And competition law and intellectual property right, both of them override with each other, right? If you remember, in competition, intellectual property right, I already discussed, this is also copyright protected, trademark protected, even this is patent over there, even this drug composition, business modules they discuss, even that they protect software and so on, right? But competition law provides more flexibility for customer, right? For consumers, for what? Creators, for innovative ideas, they give more benefits, right? But both of them somewhat override each other. Somewhat override means keeping one over another, means both of them are overriding. Overriding means what? somehow property of first competition and somehow property of that nothing but what we can say IPR intellectual property, both of them lies on the all we can say both of them are sailing the same boat, but the thing is that somehow that one of them is what lacking, another one is leading it. So the thing is that competition law that you should know, right? So what are the issues keeps on happening in what contemporary issues with respect to intellectual property, right, versus competition law, right? What are the issues happening, right? Intellectual property right plus competition law, first of all they always override and competition with each other, right? Here some interchange of exclusive right takes place by IP law. IP law means intellectual property law. There is some interchange of exclusive right, right? They both of them keeps on interchanging their what, both of them keeps on what, interchanging their what, interest of with respect to rights keeps on interchanging. Who is giving this, who is doing this task? Intellectual property law is doing this task, right? Even the limits goods services, the limits of goods and services getting increased, limits of goods of services being increased, right? Denies market access, dominant position in market, suppose some companies and all that they got some positions, some creators got their position in the market, right? But they are not doing their work, what they are not doing their work. After some time they became dominant in market, but the thing is that this our IPR plus competition law, they will say that what you cannot maintain your sustainability in the what market, I will kick out your ideas from the market, right? So but the thing is that if you are doing your work honestly, doing your creativity, innovative ideas and all you are doing honestly, that nothing but what's going to happen, that your dominant positions in the market will be sustained for longer time. Who will provide this facility to you? That nothing but IPR intellectual property right plus competition law will give you that ideas, will give you that what certificate of getting dominant position in the market, right? In what's happening in developing countries like USA and all, right? Nothing but here intellectual property is having good strength, right? In developing countries and all, intellectual property is having good strength, and even some of that fallout of excessive monopoly power, that already I discussed before, that nothing but dominant positions, fallout excessive monopoly, right? If any creators getting monopoly in the market, right? Our constitution of India says that nothing but what each and every person having equal rights. You cannot sell any persons unequally, right? So thing is that here what thing need to understand, that here also fallout of excessive monopoly power is there. And first thing that next thing is that if you are not doing your work properly, if you are not providing correct information to the market, if your creativity is not going right, your innovative ideas, designs and all are not correct, already if you decrease the quality of products whatever being launched in the market, so think that your monopoly power is going to be what going to fall out, right? So fall out of excessive monopoly power, right? Next thing, that patent versus generic. These conditions is always committed in India, right? Patent versus generic, right? So suppose any scientist, right, they implemented their ideas and they created some new medicines, right? So new medicines, what's going to happen, that for foreign countries, scientists and all, they are doing some research. Obviously in foreign countries like USA and all, right, maximum Indians, they are doing job, they are doing research, and obviously instead of the thing they need to do in India, that they are doing research in other foreign countries, and they are generating that what medicines and all, many innovative ideas they are creating in foreign countries, and we are supposed to purchase their what, we are going to become their patent, right? So what is patent, what is generic, right? So instead of getting, just like we can say now that suppose Salman Khan is there and he is also having duplicate in India, right? So just like duplicacy. So first we need to take permission from that country, that nothing but I want to be patent of your country that medicines. So they used to sell, they do not give us original, right? Original, suppose antibiotics and all we are having in. So thing is that what, antibiotics are not original medicines, right? Same antibiotics is being produced by what, different companies, and all of them are purchasing their patent. All of the companies are getting patent of that particular medicines. It happens with all product, just like genuine and what, fake things, right? But both of them are doing work, but originally always original. And for originality, that nothing but you need to do your own research, you need to be your creator, right? So the thing is that definitely if India needs to grow, they need to have what, originality. For getting originality, what thing need to be, that nothing but we need to be what, original. For getting original, what thing to do, that we need to develop our what, technology. We need to develop our what, scientific research and all. Obviously in Indian budgets and all, they are not giving that much attention towards what, technology parts that much, because India is democratic country. Democratic means what, in maximum part of budgets, right, it goes to, you can understand, maximum part of budget goes to India, Pakistan, right, Kashmir issues only. Why? Because the thing is that what, till now from 1947 they are fighting for Jammu and Kashmir, and even so I'm not going to discuss that much, because that's also part of India. Solely Jammu and Kashmir part of India, and lots of soldiers are giving their life, sacrifice their life for protecting our country. So I don't have right to comment over that. I truly respect those people, but the thing is that what, for developed country, that's not the issue, like yes, USA and all, because the thing is that what, they are doing monopoly in the what, world market, right? So they are selling their what, original content to the what, to worldwide, right? And CCI, what is CCI, you remember CCI, that nothing but Competition Commission of India. Competition Commission of India doesn't have a required competency to deal with this overriding. That's Competition Commission of India doesn't have required competency to deal with this overriding, right? Last thing for this issue, that what are the steps needed, what are the way aheads that we need to think about this overriding issues of intellectual property right and competition law. That nothing but steps. First of all, you need to follow the TRIPS agreement. You need to follow the TRIPS agreement for granting compulsory license, right? In India, that nothing but what people are facing too much difficulty. If they are doing some creativity things, they need to first of all they need to fight for getting license, right? Because a fault in our policy making, that nothing but first of all policy makings for getting intellectual property right, for getting competition, getting seat in that nothing but what competitive market, that nothing but issue of license must be done easier. Means our policy making must be modified. I'm not going to say policy making not good, but the thing is that what policy making must be what amended, that it must be beneficial for all Indians, right? Easiest. That's why people are moving from India to USA or other countries, right? Because they are flexible, right? But our Constitution of India is most complex book of India as compared to other countries, because you remember that when Bhimrao Ambedkar they made constitution, they have written constitution India through with the help of draft committee, that nothing but more than 16 countries they bought constitutions and they followed those constitutions, right, along with Government of India Act of 1935, right? Many of them copied from that also. That's I will discuss in what polity part. So this is for contemporary issues, that this much is enough for what today's intellectual property right and what versus competition law issues, right? Now going to discuss the fifth issue of that nothing but paper industry, right? Because I am writing on this piece of paper, right? So from how much process that it might suffer, right? Everybody uses matchbox, right? But the thing is that from where matchbox they are getting that matchstick is so light, right? Lightweight from where? Edit available everywhere India? No, right? Just guess, just type in Google, you will get the answer that from where we are getting those lightweight matchstick, from where we are getting this paper, from what kind of wood it's being formed. That I'm not going to tell now. That you need to search and write in the comment box that what kind of wood is needed for what creating papers, right? Day by day, if you remember just 10 years before and now you compare that, nothing but price of paper key started increasing day by day, right? The same notebooks, whatever we were purchasing before 10-20 rupees, right now it's available for 100 rupees. Why price increased? That nothing but definitely we are depending on international market more, right? International market more. Why international market more we are dependent? Because the thing is that what it creates lots of pollution whenever that. So just go one by one, right? What are challenges for paper industry? First challenge, USA removed started initially. USA was giving subsidy for what paper industry, but the thing USA stopped giving subsidy means what? They are giving financially help to paper industry, but they stopped giving. No subsidy by USA we are getting in foreign market, right? Even coal quality also started getting decreased. Coal quality, even labor productivity got decreased. At whomsoever involved in paper industry, their productivity got what? Decreased. Wherever that nothing but wherever paper industry is there, that nothing but those areas used to be most highly populated, right? Wherever pulp and paper industry is there, definitely those areas keeps on getting more and more polluted, right? So these pulp and paper industry came into red category. Red category means what? If you remember in environment, red data book is there, right? Red data book discuss about endangered things and all. So in endangered category, that nothing but pulp and paper industry came into picture because it was polluting our environment badly, right? Even lack of raw material was there, right? Just like wood, bamboo and all. Wood, bamboo, right? This is what wood, bamboo. These are what due to lack of raw material. If raw material will not be there, means we are unable to prepare what this we can say wood, pulp and paper industry cannot work properly, right? And even shift in consumption pattern due to technology nowadays, that nothing but people due to the advancement of technology, people are dependent on what? People are dependent on this technology instead of using this pen and paper, right? Highly dependent on technology. So even this is also major challenge. Import of waste paper and recycle. That these days what's happening, that we are that importing waste paper from what? Importing waste paper from foreign countries and all developed countries, and that this being recycled, right? Significance. What are significance? If it will be what, we will have more paper industry in India, that nothing but employment rate will grow from 0.5 million to 1 million, right? 0.5 to 1 million employment. 1 million equal to how much? That nothing but 10 lakh, right? 10 lakh, right? So 10 lakh people, 50,000 to 10 lakh people will get what? Employed after this more and more paper industry. One paper industry we are talking about. And we can use this paper for packaging, that nothing but FMCG to pharmaceutical things also. It even, and this is everybody is knowing this word. It's used for writing and printing purposes. That these are significance of paper industry, right? What are government initiatives with respect to this paper initiative? In 1997, that government told that nothing but they delicensed all paper industry, right? Because it was opposing, it was what polluting environment, right? And you know that population of India is so big, and recently we are facing that smog problems and all environment issues happening. So the thing is that what in order to protect our environment, that nothing but paper industries got delicensed, and our government told that we are going to do 100% FDI. FDI means foreign direct investment, right? We will import 100% note papers from foreigners, right? Obviously that foreigners there, they will send means what, they will send to, they will export, they will import to India, right? So think India will import the paper from foreigners, that nothing but it's going to be what, costly, obviously, right? Cost will increase. And 26% of FDI is used in what, print media. 26% of FDI, foreign direct investment, is used in print media, right? And even it's set up, even central government told that nothing but into set up Central Pulp and Paper Research Institute, Central CPPRI, Central Pulp and Paper Research Institute, for research purpose, that how you can decrease the pollutions in polluting environment. Who is later that nothing but due to technological environment advancement, that is it possible to stop import from, stop 100% FDI and protect environment also, right? National Forest Policy, government started National Forest Policy, that nothing but National Agroforestry Policy in what, 2014. National Forest Policy, NFP, National Forest Policy, and National Agroforestry Policy, 2014, right? Therefore helping in raw material shortage. So this thing, government initiative for helping raw material shortage, right? Because in India that raw material pulp and paper industry also got decreased. So think that what he did in National Agroforestry Policy 2014, that first of all accessible raw material, right? Second, they set institutional mechanism, or on your national level, for national level institutional mechanism is being settled. They started maintaining database of whatever papers and all industry database keeps on popping in what, India, right? So think database must be maintained, or whatever, how much raw material is used, and what sort of technology is being used, and how much pollutions is being, how much environment is getting polluted, if it's polluting more and more. So think what we need to do, that nothing, we need to stop this what, paper industry again and again, right? So even harvesting and transport, that take from harvesting of wood, pulp, bamboo and all for paper industry, and it's being after production of paper, that's being transported to the market, right? So this being discussed. So what are the steps we need to take, right, way forwards, in order to that first of all you need to increase the pulping, and paper machine technology, right? Paper machine technology, you need to increase. The thing is what we are talking about, that in this thing pulping must be increased. Paper machine technology, if it will become advanced, means it obviously environmental pollution will get what, decreased, and no need to import 100% paper from what, worldwide, right? So think that even use of technology to promote less paper waste. And one more thing is there, people should go green, right? Avoid using paper, publicly avoid using paper and go green. If we will stop using paper, less paper will be consumed, means what, the government need to import less paper from what, foreign countries, right? So government need to spend lesser amount of it, right? And from government budget, and obviously plantation will be more. First you need to do more plantation and less use of paper, right? And paper, where paper industry can be, paper industry is located in eastern ghats, Tarai of Himalaya, northeastern areas. And these thing, mill uses wood, bamboo 24%, waste paper, recycled fibers 65%, wheat, straw, rice husk 11%, right? So these things, this was the to this two issues, right? I bought for you. So please revise. And one request from you guys, that please like my video, subscribe, and please comment. That I will feel very happy to help you. If you ask any doubt, I will do my best to answer your all query. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, good luck.